Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel Mathematic Girls Party 3226. In today's video, as you have already seen the caption, basically I'm going to cover the previous year solved questions of class 10th, of course. So let's start with the first question. So I'm going to share the screen and this is the first question. So remember one thing that solving previous year question paper is basically very important, and it is very helpful also. So if you solve just the previous year paper questions also, then it is going to be very useful for you. So this is the first question. As you can see, we have to find the value of k here for which this particular quadratic equation, which is 2x squared plus kx plus 2 is equal to 0, has equal roots. Okay. So there is basically a formula. Okay. First, let's write down the quadratic equation. So we have the given quadratic equation here, and that is 2x squared plus kx plus 2 is equal to 0. Now here we have to find out the value of k for which the roots are given equal. So if the roots are equal, then there is a formula that the discriminant will be equal to 0. Now the question is, what is discriminant? So discriminant basically is given by the formula of b square minus 4ac. And now the question comes, what is b square and what is 4ac? So here let me tell you that this is the standard form of a quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So if I just compare this equation and this equation, you can clearly see the value of a is 2. That is the coefficient of x square. The value of b is k, and the value of c is nothing but 2, right? So we are just going to put these values of a, b, and c in the b square minus 4ac. So b square, that means k square, minus 4a, that is 2, and c is 2. So is equal to 0. So k square will be equal to, or I can write down k square minus 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16 is equal to 0. So I'm getting k square is equal to 0 plus 16. So what is the value of k? K will be square root plus minus. Remember, plus minus square root of 16. So what is the answer? What is the square root of 16? It's 4, right? So therefore, what is the value? The value of k for which the roots are going to be equal is going to be plus minus 4. This is the answer. All right, let's go to the next question. Next question, basically these are actually multiple, or you can say single choice question. Basically the options will also be given. So let us see the next question, in which I'm going to show you the options as well. Even in the first question we had an options, but I did not show you the options. Here I have to show you the options. So the question says, which of the following is not an AP? Here, first of all, AP is arithmetic progression. What is the meaning of AP? A sequence is said to be in AP if their common difference is same. Now, how to find the common difference? Second term minus first term, third term minus second term, fourth term minus third term, like this. So if you look carefully in the first option, it is minus 1.2 and 0.8. So the second term is 0.8 and the first term is minus 1.2. So basically, what do? We subtract the second term minus first term. So it is minus here and then minus, of course, the two signs are coming together. So we put a bracket. And now this will become 0.8 minus minus is plus 1.2. Now, of course, if you solve this 0.8 plus 1.2, it will become 2.0. So 2. Now, the next one is, if you look at this, 2.8 minus 0.8, the answer is coming 2. So clearly you can see that the common difference is coming constant. So option A is an AP. Now, option A is an AP, but that does not mean that you will not check the rest one, because here the question is not like choose which one is not an AP. It says which of the following is not an AP. So first one is an AP. Let's check for the second one. Second one, so I'm just writing here A. Now, if I do the second one, of course, second term minus first term, so that is going to be 3 plus root 2 minus 3, right? Yeah. So, of course, what is the answer? Root 2. Now, if I do the third term minus the second term, so it will become 3 plus 2 root 2 minus 3 plus root 2. But if I remove the bracket, it will become minus root 2. I hope these are some basic information that you know. So here clearly 3 and minus 3 will get cancelled. So it is 2 root 2 minus root 2, which is going to be root 2 only. So clearly here you can see that the first term. Okay, when you did the second term minus the first term, you got the answer root 2. When you did the third term minus the second term, you got the answer root 2. Now let's check for the third minus the second. So that is going to be 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3 minus 2 root 2. So clearly this is also coming root 2 only. So your common difference is constant. So therefore this is also an AP. Let's check the C1. So the C1, of course, subtract the second term minus first term. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So 3 by 3, that is 1. But the next one is actually 9 by 3 minus 7 by 3. If I write down here, what is 7 by 3 minus 4 by 3? It is 3 by 3, which is actually 1. So this is our first common difference. Next will be third term, that is 9 by 3 minus the second term, that is 7 by 3. So that is coming 2 by 3. Of course, here the constant, the common difference, that is not constant. Therefore, this is not an AP. Now let's check D. Okay. So in that, I'll of course do the same thing. I'll subtract the second term minus first term. So it is going to be minus 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5. That will become plus 1 by 5. So it is actually minus 2 plus 1, which is minus 1 by 5. Next, minus 3 by 5 minus plus. So it is 2 by 5. So it is becoming minus 1 by 5. So you can see that we are getting this also the common difference constant, same. So therefore, this is also an AP. So here, which are the correct options? A, B, and D. Okay. So therefore, these are in AP. Otherwise, the other one, they are not. Okay, let's go to the next question. So in the next question, you have a question from 3 dimension. I'm going to show you the question first. So it is related to 3 dimension, and here also the options are given, but I'm not going to show you the options. Let's just directly solve the question and get the answer. So yeah, so this is our question. The radius of the sphere we have to find in centimeter, whose volume is 12 pi centimeter cube. So here we are talking about the sphere, right? So first of all, you should know what is the volume of a sphere. So volume of a sphere formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now here the volume of a sphere is given. That means 12 pi is given, is equal to 4 by 3 pi. Of course, as you see pi and pi, you know that both pi will get cancelled, right? And then this r cube as it is. Now what do we have to find here? We have to find out the value of r only. First of all, this will become 12 times 3. Of course, if you shift 4 by 3 to the other side, so 3 will go in the numerator and 4 will come in the denominator, is equal to r cube. Now this will become 4 times 3 is 12. So we are getting r cube is equal to 9. So r cube is equal to 9. So what is the value of r? This will become cubic root of 9, right? So let me just tell you that how you can solve this. This will actually become 9 raised to 1 by 3. Okay. Now this is 9 raised to 1 by 3. So this we can also write down as 3 square, right? 3 square for 9 and then raised to 1 by 3, right? Now here I can do one more thing. I can write down this as 3. You know that, using the formula of the law of exponent, if you have a raised to m raised to n, that will be equal to a raised to m into n. So this will become 3 raised to 2 by 3, right? So I'm getting 3 raised to 2 by 3. Now 3 raised to 2 by 3, of course, I can just keep the answer here only. Or if you want, you can simplify it further. But we will keep the answer here and you can write down that radius is nothing but 3 raised to 2 by 3 centimeter. That's the answer. Okay, so this was a very simple and very, straightforward question, just formula based. The next question is also a formula based question. Make sure you are marking here that these questions are 1 mark question. So try to be, try to write down lesser things as possible so that you can get the answer quickly, because this is for 1 mark. Okay, the next question is the distance formula. The distance between the points this and this is. So we have a distance formula. Okay, so imagine I'm taking this point as A and the coordinates are given m comma minus n, and I have the point B and the coordinates are given minus m comma n. Now I have to find out here the distance. So using the distance formula, okay, using the distance formula. How can I actually find out the distance of AB here? By just using the formula. See, there is a formula. I'll write down the formula, but before that, let me write down the coordinates x1 comma y1, and this is x2 comma y2. So the formula says that the distance will be given by root over x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now here, what is x2? x2 is minus m, right? So minus m. Minus what is x? X is m. So m whole square. Plus what is y2? N. Minus what is y1? Minus n. So I'm going to write down minus n here and then whole square. Now, of course, if you simplify, what is minus m minus m? It's minus 2m. So it is becoming minus 2m whole square, and this is n minus minus plus, so n plus n, that is 2n, so 2n square. Now, if you simplify this, minus square will become plus, of course, because you know that minus into minus is plus. So 2 square will be 4, m square will be m square only. Here again, 2 square is 4, n square is n square. Now here I can take 4 common. So this will become root over 4. In bracket we have m square plus n square. Now there is one property of a root, that if you have root over a into b, that can be written as root a into root b. You can separate the root. So here I am separating the root 4 into root m square plus n square. Now what is the value of root 4? We all know that the value of root 4 is 2. So, and here why I'm not writing plus minus, because we are finding the distance. Distance can never be negative. So we will avoid the negative 2 here, and we will write down the value of root 4 as just 2. So 2, and then this is root over m square plus n square. This is the answer. So what is the distance between these 2 points? The distance between these 2 points are 2 into root over m square plus n square. All right, so we are done with this question. Let's go to the next question. So in the next question, we just have to find out the polynomial. Let me show you the question first. In this particular video, I'm going to cover all 1 mark question. I'll be making the other part of this video also, where I'll be covering, like section wise. This is our next question. On dividing a polynomial px by x square minus 4, the quotient and remainder are found to be x and 3 respectively. We have to find out here the polynomial. Okay. So first we know that there is a Euclid's division algorithm formula. So by Euclid's division algorithm, we know that dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, right? This is by Euclid's division algorithm. Now here, what is the divisor? Here it says on dividing a polynomial px by x square minus 4. So here px is the dividend because we are dividing px. So I can write on px here. And then we are dividing by x square minus 4. So the number by which we divide, that is called the divisor. So x square minus 4. The quotient and remainder are found to be x. So that means quotient is x and the remainder is 3. So plus 3. We have to find out the polynomial, that is px. Simple. We have to just simplify this. So if you multiply this using the distributive property, x square into x will become x cube. Minus 4 into x will become minus 4x and then 3. And then 3. So what is the answer? The polynomial is nothing but x square minus 4x plus 3, and that's the answer. All right, let's go to the next question. In the next question, we have a very simple question. It's basically again related to the coordinate geometry. So let me show you the question first. So again, this is a 1 mark question. All right. So here it says the point on the x-axis, which is equidistant from minus 4 comma 0 and 10 comma 0 is, we have 4 options. I'll tell you the option later on. So first, let us draw a line, okay, a line segment or a line. So I'm just drawing a line here. So here it says the point on the x-axis. Imagine this is x-axis. So there is a point, okay, let us take that point as P. So that point is P. which is equidistant from minus 4 comma 0. So let us take one point as minus 4 comma 0. And then there is another point, let's take that as b 10 comma 0. Now it says that the point b is equidistant from point a and point b. What is the meaning of equidistant? It simply means that they are at the same distance. So do you know what is the meaning of the same distance? It simply means that the length of AP will be same as the length of B. Now, what is the length of AP? Using the distance formula, we can find out. Do we know the value of P? Do we know the coordinate of P? We don't know. So let us take the coordinate of P1 to be x1 comma y1. So if we'll get the value of x1 and y1, we are done. Okay, that is what we have to find out. We'll get the point. Now, what is AP? AP distance formula. Using distance formula, it will become root over x1 minus 4, so that is plus 4 whole square, plus y1 minus 0, that is y1 only, so y1 square is equal to root over bp. So bp will become again x1 minus 10 whole square plus y1 minus 0, that is y1 square. Now, if I take square on both the sides, of course the roots will be cancelled, so this will become x1 plus 4 whole square plus y1 square, and this will become x1 minus 10 whole square plus y1 square. Clearly the y1 square and y1 square will get cancelled. So what is this? x1 plus 4 whole square. This is into the formula of a plus b whole square. Now what is a plus b whole square? A square plus b square, that is 16, plus 2ab, that is 2 times 4, 8x1 is equal to a minus b whole square is a square plus b square, that is 100, minus 2ab. So 2 into 10, 20, and then x1. Now here x1 square will get cancelled. So what are we getting? We are getting 8x1 plus 20x1. I'm shifting this minus 20x1 to the other side is equal to 100, and then plus 16 will become minus 16. Now what is 8x1 plus 20x1? 28x1. What is 100 minus 16? It will become 84. So we have got 28x1 is equal to 84. So what is the value of x1? Simply divide 84 by 28. So of course this is 3. So x1 we have got 3. Now if we have got x1 3, then it's very simple, because it is given that it is on the x-axis. So whenever it is like a point is on the x-axis, it is always in a form. If a point is on the x-axis, then the coordinate is always going to be in this form. That means y is always going to be 0, because the value of y, like it is on the x-axis, the value of y is nothing, 0. So therefore, what is the answer of the point P? The answer of the point P, x1 comma y1, that is going to be P 3 comma 0, and that's the answer. So this was the required point. All right, let's go to the next question, and the next question is basically based on a very simple thing, which is, one second, let me show you, which is on my favorite topic, that is trigonometry. So we have to simplify one expression. It's very simple. I'll show the question first and then we'll do it. So this is our next question on trigonometry. 1 plus, okay, simplest form of 1 plus tan square upon 1 plus cot square a will be equal to what? So it's very simple. You know the formula here. There is a formula that we know, that sec square a minus tan square a will be equal to 1. So from here, what is sec square a? Sec square a will become 1 plus tan square a. There is another formula. Okay, so before that, I'm just going to write down here that 1 plus tan square a is sec square a. So I can write down here sec square a upon 1 plus cot square a. So there is another formula for that. Cosec square a minus cot square a will be equal to 1. So from here, what is cosec square a? Will be equal to 1 plus cot square a. Now, cosec square a, 1 plus cot square a is cosec square a. So I can write down here cosec square a. Now, sec square a. So we know that, like in terms of, cos and sine, if I want to write down, we know that sec theta is 1 by cos theta, right? So this will become 1 by cos square a divided by cosec theta. We know that 1 by sine theta. So cosec a will become 1 by sine square A. Now you know that this is nothing but 1 upon cos square A divided by 1 by sine square A. And you know how to solve this. Of course, you will change the division sign to the multiplication sign. So when you will do that, it will basically, the next fraction will be reversed. Like we will reciprocate it. So this is 1 upon cos square A and then into sine square A upon 1. This is called the reciprocal. Now, what is 1 into sine square A? That is sine square A. What is cos square A into 1? Cos square A into 1, that is cos square A. Now, we know that sine theta upon cos theta is tan theta. So, sine square A upon cos square A will be tan square A. And this is our most simplified form. And that is the answer. Now, the next question is based on probability. Very interesting. And the question is also very interesting. So, let us quickly do this. All right, so let me show you the question first. Yeah. So the question says if the probability of an event happening is 0.023, then we have to find out the probability of not happening of that event. There is a very famous formula, okay? We know that the probability of something that is going to happen plus the probability of that same thing that is not going to happen, their sum is always going to be 1. So using that formula, you can simplify this, that you can write down PE, which is the probability of an event happening, plus the probability of an event not happening, that is PE bar, will be always equal to 1. Now here, what do we have to find out? We have to find out the probability of the event not happening. So here the probability of the event happening is given 0.023. So this will become plus not happening is equal to 1. So what is the answer of the probability not happening? It's simple, 1 minus 0.023. Now, if any of the students, you are finding it difficult to subtract the decimal numbers, I'll explain you right now. 1 and then, see, 1 can be written as 1.0 also, right? Here, the next number is 0.023. So, first write down the point, and then before decimal, it's 0, and after decimal, it's 023. This is how you can arrange it and then subtract. Now, whenever you can't see any number, just put it 0. Now, of course, carry over. So, 0 will become 10. So, 10 minus 3 is 7. This will become 9. So, 9 minus 2 is 7. And this will become, of course, 9. So, this is 9. And then 1 will become 0. So, answer is 0.977. So the question was that what is the probability of not happening an event? So the answer is 0.977. Next question. This is basically a fill in the blanks, or you can also say that it's a 1 mark question, or it's a 1 word question actually. So let us quickly do that one. So it simply says the probability of an event that is sure to happen. Okay. See, there are two cases. One is the probability of a sure event. One is the probability of an unsure event. Okay. Remember that the probability of an event that is sure to happen is always going to be 1. That is it. That is what you have to remember, that the probability of an event that is sure to happen is going to be 1 always. And that's the answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. So next question is again on my favorite topic, that is trigonometry. So we have to simplify. It's a 1 mark question, so we'll solve it very quickly. It is all dependent on the formulas, the values. Okay. So the question is find the value of sine square theta plus cos square theta. We know that the value of sine theta is 1 by 2. So this will become 1 by 2 square. We know that the value of cos theta is root 3 by 2. So this will become root 3 by 2 square. And we have to just simply solve this. What is 1 by 2 whole square? It will become 1 by 4. What is root 3 by 2 whole square? Root 3 square will be 3 and 2 square is 4. So what is the answer? It's 4 and 1 plus 3, that is 4 by 4 is equal to 1. So we have got the answer 1. Now this is a long way, okay? Because it's a 1 mark question, so even if you don't put the value, you can use a formula. And that formula is sine square theta plus cos square theta. No matter what is the value of theta, if they are same, that sine square something plus cos square the same thing, that is always going to be 1. So here you can clearly see that this is sine square 30 and this is cos square 30. So the answer is going to be 1. So even if you don't do these all steps, you can directly write down the answer as 1. And that is it for today. In the next class, like not in the next class, but in the next video, I'm going to make the next part of this video in which I'm going to cover, like 1 mark question as well as the 2 mark questions also. Now, so I'll take a leave. Thank you so much for watching the video. Just a request that if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, do subscribe. So yeah, and I'll be uploading the videos, super soon. I was very inactive from the past few months, but I'll be active and I'll be uploading the videos regularly. Thank you so much. Goodbye.